wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason, talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Here we go. It is another beautiful day in South Florida. It's going to be gorgeous today. See a lot of sunshine. Temperatures in the low to mid 70s, just how you want it.
Perfect.
Great every day. It's just amazing. So, it's good stuff. How you guys doing today?
Doing good.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
Good.
It was so nice yesterday. I ended up doing a little bike ride and went for a walk.
You ride bikes?
No, not usually.
Okay.
You go on walks?
I just decided it was so beautiful I had to do something.
Okay, so you got out the old Schwinn and started riding around, huh?
Yeah, I felt like I needed to get it in motion.
Okay, you just had to move your body somehow.
Too much sedentary.
Okay. So you got a little bit movement.
Yeah, it felt great, and the weather is so cooperative.
We had opposite days. I bought 2 pounds of lasagna.
2 pounds.
That's how they work it. When you go to the Italian eatery place, they sell it in pounds.
Oh.
Yes, I got 2 pounds.
Okay.
We just had different days.
All right. How much of that did you go through?
All of it.
Okay. Solid. Okay.
Who says I'm a bad Italian?
Yeah, right.
You're supporting.
How's that diet going?
It's had its challenges.
Okay,
We're
right.
still trying to figure it out.
Okay.
We're going to get there.
Okay.
We're very confident.
Okay.
You got a mouse in your pocket?
Just the voices in my head.
All right. Coming up here today on the show, we're going to have to discuss again. Apparently, I talked about the other day there was a rumble in South Florida on Friday. Apparently, there was one again yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. We'll get at that just after 7 o'clock. What the heck is going on here?
I don't like it.
Unexplained ground shakings. We got a KVJ draft coming up today. We're going to be doing TV shows from the 2000s. That'll be a part of it. Also, we got a Denny's joke jury that's going to be coming up. And apparently, Suits has been in another compromising position in public.
Again?
Yes.
He's a
yes,
freak.
He has.
What has this little scandal puppy been doing?
It's a pattern, Virginia. It's a pattern.
There's a lot of smoke by this fire.
Yeah.
Suits.
So, right about 8 o'clock, we'll let you know exactly what it is that Suits has been seen doing. So we got a lot to do here on your Thursday KVJ show.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, cause we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a second, crazy stuff going on for the actress Christina Ricci. She had to get a restraining order. Who is it against and why? Crazy details coming up in just a second. Before we get into that, the Terminator has been vaccinated. I think we have audio of Arnold getting his vaccine for COVID.
Put that needle down.
All done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, I just got my vaccine, and I would recommend it to anyone and everyone. Come with me if you want to live.
Okay.
Come with me if you want to live.
Like it's a movie.
I love it.
Okay.
Amanda Bynes is now in the rap game. Kevin, are you excited?
No, because I've heard it.
I have not heard it. I can't wait to hear it.
Were you excited before you heard it?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called Diamonds.
Yeah.
And here is a snippet of the new rap track from Amanda Bynes.
I think I'd rename it Crap.
She serious?
I don't know. I know she's had some mental health problems. You don't know if she's, I don't know. I have no idea.
That's really bad.
It's not good.
It's not good.
Not good.
I mean, I hate to say disparaging things about the art of the mentally ill.
Well, unfortunately, that's what an artist does, Virginia. They create, they put it out there, and then the world comments.
You're right.
That's, if you don't want that critique, you just don't put it out there.
That's the life of an artist.
That is the life of an artist, unfortunately. Yep.
And finally here, actress Christina Ricci is talking details about why she had to get a restraining order. It sounds like she was fearing for her life and the life of her son. She was with this man named James Herdigan, and she claims that he began abusing her, would spit at her, was mentally abusing her son.
Jeez.
She said it was awful. She's covered in bruises. She says she has pictures of the bruises. The judge did grant a domestic violence restraining order, which will now require him to stay 100 yards away from her and her son and have no contact. He even has to stay away from the dog because I guess he abused the dog too.
What?
Oh my gosh.
Even the dog? What did the dog do?
Yeah.
Get a restraining order with the dog.
He has to stay away from the dog because he hurt the dog.
Yeah, the dog didn't get the restraining order against the guy.
Right.
Yeah, it's the other way around.
Unbelievable. I never heard of anybody having a restraining order from a dog.
If they are hurting the dog, I can see that happen. I bet that happens more than you think.
It should happen. If anybody's hurting a dog, they should be banned from going around that dog.
And then kicked right in the nards.
Whoa.
Yeah, so definitely crazy stuff going on for her. She is divorcing the guy, and they're just going through all the mess with the legal stuff and the filings, and apparently it's just pushed him over the edge. Wow.
Okay.
And that's what's going on in your Dirt of the Day.
Your decision-making skills are on point. You're listening to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Semi-trucks. I'm driving on I-95 a lot more, coming to work because I moved. And a semi-truck basically ran me off the road today, didn't see me. That was semi-truck incident number 1, okay? Big old bully of a truck, not using his turn signal, just really merging all crazy. And then I get to the red light, 45th, when you get off I-95, you're at that 45th Street red light. And you've got Rachel's right there, the motorcycle place. If you guys know where West Palm, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Well, they have all of these semi-trucks parked on the side of the road. So what it does is it builds this semi-truck wall. You can't see anything to the right of you because of all these damn semi-trucks. Well, I'm at the red light, can't see what's going on, and all of a sudden, out of the little semi-truck area, comes some dude from the bushes knocking on my window by the red light.
What?
Yes! You couldn't even see it because there was so many semi-trucks. So finally, the light turns green. I make a right. Now there's another semi-truck parked in the left-hand lane, making a right into the station. It's blocking traffic. It's actually a traffic hazard. So my question to the good people out in the road that know about the laws, do semi-trucks have completely different laws than regular cars? Because they're being treated differently.
I don't think so.
I don't
Not that I'm
think
aware
so,
of.
no.
I've never driven a truck.
That is a thing when you exit at 95. If you exit 95 at 45th Street, there are always semi-trucks at like 5 a.m. on the right-hand shoulder. Always.
I don't like that.
They're always there. I don't know why.
Well, because there's
Are
so
they sleeping?
Well, if they're sleeping, I think it's creepy for them. There's so many people that sleep in those bushes on the side that just kind of come out and mill around, knocking on windows. I don't know. And I know there's a lot of great my dad drove a semi-truck back in the day. There's a lot of great semi-trucks that listen to this program, but there's also a lot of douches out there that drive a semi-truck. Get it together.
Okay.
And maybe someone knows the answers to these questions that I have.
Yeah. Is it legal for them to park like that?
Because if I took my Jeep and I parked on the side of I-95 like that, I feel like a flat top cop would shut me down in a New York minute.
Yeah, I feel like they would be like, come on, you can't stay here. This is not a parking spot.
And it's not like this is a one truck problem. There's 6 trucks on the side.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I see
noticed
that
the
a
same
good
thing
bit.
every morning.
Yeah, there are little pockets of where they will do that. In fact, it's typically right near I-95. I know that at Palm Beach Lakes, if you know West Palm Beach, there is a hotel that is right there, and they'll kind of park down that long alleyway just right beside each other. And you'll see typically 5 to 6 in those hours because, they can only drive a certain amount of time, and then they've got to get off the road and rest.
Yeah, my dad back in the 70s drove a truck across the country, and he's got crazy stories from the road. He
I
had,
bet.
he had to outrun a tornado one time.
Whoa.
He's driving down this highway. He notices all of a sudden all of these cars are flying past him. He looks to the side. There's this tornado chasing him.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Life on the road.
Stories of the road.
It's
I
horrifying.
know. Oh, don't even get me talking about the time my dad was almost rolled by two guys in the bathroom.
Well, what does rolled mean?
I asked my dad the same thing.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's a 70s term.
Oh, okay.
It's when somebody mugs you and jumps you.
Beats you up and takes your stuff.
Yeah, they roll you.
yeah,
Terrible.
yeah.
Terrible. What's on your mind today, Virginia?
Well, I was all excited this morning because riding to work, I heard on the news there was one winner of the Powerball. And I'm
Yeah.
like, of course, it had to be us.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. All right, I'm interested to see what these numbers are.
There was one winner of the Powerball. It wasn't us. It was somebody in Maryland. Ugh, Maryland.
Boring old Maryland.
So we did not win the Powerball. We also didn't win the Mega Millions. So your numbers you gave me, 5 and 11, nothing came up.
So what's our next move then?
I think we got to really do something more intense. I think Kevin was talking about raw eggs and a whole thing. We got to get a better system to pick our numbers.
We got to flip the script. We're not doing it right. I feel like we can win collectively.
We're just not putting in the work.
Me and Virginia were drinking one night, and we had a heart-to-heart moment. We both truly believe if we concentrate long and hard enough, we can win the lottery.
Really? Okay.
We
You
haven't
really
tr-
believe that?
we haven't tried
You
hard
said
We
tried
haven't
hard enough.
applied ourselves.
Okay.
We haven't focused.
Yeah.
I believe there's a little bit of psychic in all of us, and if we both combine our efforts.
Yeah.
Gabriel, you said you were dreaming about some numbers. Was that for the Powerball or for the Mega Millions?
So
Did it say in your dream?
All I know is for the last week, numbers would pop up in my head, and when I would wake up, I'd immediately, because I always have my phone right next to me, I'd throw the number down on my notes. So I've got 6 numbers that I dreamt. I haven't even seen the numbers from last night. I set this idea to Kevin. I have 6 numbers that came to me in my sleep. I wrote them down.
Okay. I just checked your 6 numbers and cross-referenced those with the Powerball, and you got 0 correct.
What about the Mega Millions?
Well, that might be it. Maybe that's why I was asking for the specificity. Is it the Powerball or the Mega Millions you're having the dream about? Because you matched nothing with the Powerball from last night, but maybe this was a dream about the Mega Millions drawing for tomorrow night.
To be quite honest with you, I don't know what these numbers mean.
Okay.
But let's have fun. Let's play them.
Mega Millions is not bad. In fact, Mega Millions is larger than the Powerball. The
I
Mega Millions
know.
is at 970. Powerball was at 730. So Mega Millions is the one that you won. It's going to be the 3rd largest jackpot in U.S. lottery history.
For the Mega Millions, is there a Powerball element, or do you just have to guess the numbers outright?
It's a Powerball element. It actually looks a lot like the Powerball. I don't understand the difference because it's 5 numbers and then instead of a red ball with the Powerball, it's a yellow ball with the Mega Millions.
Oh, they're trying to trick us.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Play those numbers next week or whenever the next one is.
We can play them for this Friday.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Okay. What I have got on my mind here today, I typically just take a look, see what's going on with COVID numbers and whatnot. And so anybody who ever thought that maybe the numbers that we had were severely amplified, the World Health Organization has basically confirmed that. They admitted that the PCR testing produces high amplification rates and results and a huge number of false positives. So that's why we haven't really focused on the cases here for a long time, because basically that is a bunk number. And the World Health Organization is now admitting that we have amplified the number of COVID cases by a ton.
Wow, that's kind of a big footnote, no?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I think it's been months and months that we have said there's no way these cases are right. And so let's focus on other numbers. Let's see what it's really doing to people's health and hospitalizations and deaths and things like that. And so I think those are the better numbers. But yeah, it just basically they have confirmed that you don't need to pay attention to the case numbers. So when they throw that alarming number at you about how many cases we've had, just ignore it because it's pretty much not true. They do say that now you are not considered COVID positive unless you get a second test to confirm it and are presenting clinical symptoms. So all those people are like going, I just took this one test. I feel great. What's going on? How do I have COVID? You don't have COVID now, according to the World Health Organization.
That's
You need a second test. You need a double. Yes, you do have COVID, and you really need to be showing some kind of clinical symptoms, because a lot of people are making that point saying, how many people have ever had the flu but have no symptoms? That doesn't make sense. Why is COVID different? Well, the World Health Organization is basically saying it's not different. You should, if you're sick, have some kind of symptoms.
I see you working over there, Positive
Yeah,
K.
I'm just trying to cut through all the crap that's been happening with all the COVID stuff to give you the true stories.
Good luck.
Yes. So there you go. That is the latest on that. The PCR testing has given us a lot of false positives. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, I thought about this. When I was a kid, I remember so often, especially like Friday nights, my family and I, we would get around the TV and we'd watch a show. When I was a kid, it was a show called The Dukes of Hazzard. It was a show we'd watch every single Friday night. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, well, when is the last time that my family has really done that? And is it the American family has changed, or am I just a dysfunctional, terrible parent? What exactly is going on here? And what are those shows? Because it used to be that on network programming on a Friday or Saturday night, it would be family programming, and the family would just sit around and watch the TV on a Friday or Saturday night. Now, it's lawless out there.
It is. We're Breaking Bad together as a family.
We do it every Sunday, and we
Okay.
watch America's Funniest Home Videos.
That's a good one to do.
And we all cackle like hyenas.
I mean, that is straight up 1990 right there.
It's such a good show.
So I'm just kind of curious, what is the last TV show that you actually watched as a family? It might give you some ideas if you're like going, I don't know, well, what do you even watch? People have commented on our Facebook page. You can also text us too, 877-979-WRMF. When I was a kid growing up, Friday, Saturday nights, my family and I, we would watch TV together. It's just a thing we did. There was shows that I hope my parents liked. I know I liked them. They had a lot of shows like The Dukes of Hazzard was a show that was on CBS when I was a kid on Friday nights. We always would watch that.
Me and my mom and little sister would always watch The Golden Girls. That was a big one.
Aw.
That is a good one.
Which is still kind of, I don't know, it had a resurgence in modern times. People like the Golden Girls.
Probably still holds up.
Yeah.
And why not? Betty White's still kicking at 99. Let's make it happen. It's a lot of good stuff, especially at least when I was growing up. Times changed. And what are those shows? What would you watch? Because I think about what I did with my family, and now I think about, my son Cannon and where we are and just how often we get the family together to watch something. And other than maybe a kid's kind of movie, it's not often. We watch a few things. And then there are shows that I will watch with Cannon, but his mom has no interest in. And so she doesn't watch. Like we have watched The Flash together or The Mandalorian.
I think the family life has changed since then. Think about all of the options we have now compared to back then. You had 3 channels. If you didn't have cable, you were watching 3. You were forced to watch certain programming that you may never have watched.
It's specialized programming now,
Right.
too. It's targeted exactly and specifically to the individual. Whereas a show like The Cosby Show, everybody could get into because we all identified with characters on the show and
And
liked
this is my
watching
question. Yeah, is that now bad? Because everything is so targeted specifically that maybe we've forgotten that shotgun umbrella approach where you can capture the whole family and somebody's like, oh, I enjoyed that too. Because it seems like the shows that now I watch with my son are ones that have no interest at all to my wife.
Well, you ask if, did the family change? And I feel like it has changed. And the number one thing, in my opinion, would be technology. Technology changed how we do everything, which is going to then leak down into the family. And then you're going to change the way things are. The way kids watch everything on their computer and phone, we're a little bit more distracted than we were back then because there's so much to distract us from life.
What changed the most, the technology, the programming, or the American family?
Technology, because I think technology helped change the other too.
What would you say, Virginia?
Yeah, I agree. Technology, then programming. And then, too, it manipulates your mind in different ways. Different people are affected by different technology, different ways. And they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Well, my plan is that my son Ken and I, we're going to watch the WandaVision, which is kind of off the whole framework of the Avengers superhero kind of thing, but it seems like it's a little bit more family based. but I don't think it's going to interest my wife at all. That is kind of our plan for tomorrow night.
This was a good point. Jordan in the chat room says SNL back in the day. I'd watch that with my family when Adam Sandler was on and Chris Farley. That was something my parents and I would watch late at night.
If you had a teenager, absolutely, yeah. So what are those shows, and what have you watched recently with your family? Is the family still doing this? Emily said, we're actually working on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Aw,
So I guess you could go back and watch some of the older shows.
that's cute.
And some other comment that was texting and said, yeah, that whole TGIF lineup was the best when I was a kid. It had Full House, Step by Step, Family Matters, Married with Children, all those kind of shows we would watch together as a family. There is some newer stuff, though, like if you go to Netflix, the recommendations people are sending to us, if you want a show that the family can sit down and watch together, Nailed It, Sugar Rush, Zumbos, Just Desserts, Man with a Plan. Netflix has a lot of family-friendly shows, and we can binge and just watch a few at a time. It's the best. I guess that's what the question is. What are those shows? And that seems like a pretty good, solid list.
And all families are different, too. I mean, I grew up in a family. We were watching Friday the 13th at age 7. You know what I mean?
It's a little intense.
Yeah, but every family's different. We had great moments doing it.
Yeah, somebody had put down in the comment that Shameless was their family show. I kind of hope not, but maybe it is. You know. Impractical Joker, somebody said, is the best. Our family loves it. We laugh. We have a good time. Everybody enjoys it.
I don't know if you guys ever have seen the channel Fail Army. It's
Yes,
got
I have,
nothing but
yeah.
fails 24/7. That's a fun one to watch. I highly recommend doing that with the family.
That'll bring in everybody. Somebody said Cobra Kai. There's a lot of answers for that.
Although there was an F-bomb in season 3.
Okay.
One of the kids drops an F-bomb, and one of my buddies, he's got an 11-year-old son, and he loved Cobra Kai, but they're I don't know if he's gonna be able to watch it because of that F-bomb.
Oh, wow.
Would you be upset if you're watching something with canon and you think it's a little kid kind of show, and then an F-bomb comes on there? It was just one.
It depends on how little kid it is. I could see in Cobra Kai, we have a different approach with, there's a lot of profanity that is consumed in my household.
And Cobra Kai is not really like a G-rated show either. It's got a little edge to it.
Yeah.
It's very politically incorrect on some of the stuff they talk about.
Yeah, I could see that. I wouldn't get angry with that. If I was watching the Mickey Mouse Club, then yeah. I'd be a little, I feel like that's a bit of a betrayal.
The betrayal is when it's G-rated.
Yeah. A couple other suggestions for shows to watch together with the family. Somebody said Shark Tank is good. Our family likes that. And This Is Us. Isn't that kind of a sad, chicky kind of show?
It's very emotional.
Yeah. See, that's why.
Rocco would not watch This Is Us. I can tell you that right now.
That's kind of what I was thinking too. Seems a little bit on the edge. And Carrie said Boy Meets World.
And it's Boy Meets World. You guys don't know about that. That's my cut.
Yeah, I did not watch that one. Also, somebody said try out the Freeform Network. It's the old ABC family. They've got a lot of stuff on there, and it has that feel of when we were growing up as kids, when you had limited programming options.
And a lot of commercials.
Yes. Somebody said the WandaVision is horrible. I've actually heard that. I'm a little hesitant on it because I saw the previews and I'm not hearing good things about it. And it was, to me, the two least interesting Avenger characters that I really don't care about at all. And so that's not good to hear. In fact, they released the first 2 episodes of it. Somebody said the first one was so bad if they didn't release the first 2, nobody would have come back for the second one.
Dang.
Yeah, so maybe we have to think of something else.
You need to punt on that one, Ralston.
Yeah. Okay. Somebody is saying to give WandaVision a little bit of time. It'll work itself out by episode 5.
That's a long time.
Yeah, how many? I've seen that before, though, where there are some shows that it is a slow bake and takes a little while to kind of get it going.
I get concerned after episode 3, and I'm still not liking it. That's when I think I gotta get out of this thing.
Right. Okay, that's kind of your dive off on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot of time. 3 episodes and you still don't like it? Bye.
Yeah, I think all of a sudden I hit your stride.
Yeah, we are definitely in a quick payoff type of society. So, coming up here in just a couple of minutes, the mystery seems to continue of these odd little rumblings that were going on. We were talking about on Monday what had happened on Friday, that there was a rumbling that was heard. There were videos, people showing kind of their screen doors shaking for 10 to 15 seconds. And it happened on the southeast coast of Florida here, pretty much from Key Largo. Even got some reports like as far north as Boca. And we're just like, okay, what is it? Because seismologists said that, we don't have anything on record there. And the Air Force Base was saying, no, we ran exercises with planes yesterday. Don't believe it was any kind of sonic boom. NORAD said, no, we're clear on that.
Would the Air Force tell us, though, if they did know? Would the Army and all the military, would they keep us in the dark if they had true answers?
If we're simple, I believe they would. If it were complex and maybe something sinister, maybe they would not. I don't know.
The only thing that makes me nervous about the rumbling and all, I feel like if it's natural and Mother Earth is doing it and we're not the ones rumbling it, that's where I get scared. Because if we're doing something, a jet's going off and it's making it rumble, we can explain that.
Sure, yes.
But Mother Nature's having stomach farts right now, and I don't like it.
Seems like we have something unexplained, and I'm just kind of curious if anybody felt the one from yesterday.
Well, it was National Cheese Lovers Day yesterday. Maybe she is having stomach farts.
You know how Virginia will get those loud stomach farts? They're not real farts, but they're farts on the inside, and we can hear them from over here. It sounds like a truck driving by on I-95.
Okay.
That's what Mother Earth is doing.
I know. We'll have to see. All right. Anybody got any information on that you seen, or did you witness anything yesterday? You can let us know here on the KVJ Show, 877-979-WRMF. Guess it's kind of a mystery. Haven't heard a definite answer on what happened on Friday. Did see some of the proof of that because some people had posted up some videos showing their doors, a lot of times French doors, rattling for about 10 to 15 seconds in South Florida. It was pretty much on the southeast coast between Key Largo, and we even had people admitting to it and commenting on our Facebook pages far north as Boca and southern Palm Beach County. And nobody really knew what it was because they went around and talked to the United States Geological Survey, and they said, yeah, we don't have any kind of earthquake or any seismic activity in or near Florida on that day at that time.
Boca just couldn't believe it. Like, what?
Yeah.
How dare you shake Boca? You don't shake Boca. Boca shakes you.
Exactly.
Right. Then they talked to NORAD. They said no aircraft broke the sound barrier in South Florida or anywhere within the continental U.S. on Friday. And that was what I had heard from one local meteorologist. Had said, well, we had low cloud cover. Likely it was a sonic boom that happened off the coast, and then the low cloud cover helped the sound to travel in and shook the earth.
That sounds like he's making it up as he goes along. I don't know.
Don't know. I'm not a meteorologist. Have no idea. But it sounded like that wasn't the case based on what NORAD had to say. And it didn't appear like the U.S. Air Force unit in South Florida was conducting any missions that day either. They did some on Thursday, but not on Friday when it happened. And then I saw the quick mention in the Sun Sentinel that there was another rumble felt in East Fort Lauderdale on Wednesday morning. And they're like, is this related? Did this have anything to do with it?
Well, I mean, is it related? Just all this different rumbles? That better be related.
Yeah, no, I haven't heard any news about could that have been any kind of jets or sonic booms. President Trump had left the White House, I think I saw at 8:30 a.m. yesterday, and then it was about 11 or so when I was looking up at the TV that he was landing at Palm Beach International and Air Force One. So I don't know if there was any kind of jets that were accompanying him, and maybe that would have caused any kind of like rumbling in Fort Lauderdale.
People keep on using the word fracking. Is fracking a possibility?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
I haven't heard that yet.
Something with the ground and they're shaking it.
What?
They're mining for
Oh.
natural resources. And there are explosions and things that happen because of that.
Yeah, get the frack out of here.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But apparently right now, just to let you know, an update, maybe happened again yesterday in Fort Lauderdale, and it still is a mystery.
Ah, man, if I'm laying in bed and all of a sudden my house starts to shake, I ain't going to take that well. Oh, it's not going to go good.
Yeah.
You're like, it's over.
Oh,
It's just odd.
As a kid, I always thought that some science teacher talked about how the Earth is going to spin off its axis one day, and we're all going to our heads are going to explode. Every time something feels like it's shaking or rumbling, I always go back to that story.
Okay. Well, if you experienced it or you got anything to update us with, 877-979-WRMF. Few celebrity birthdays. Emma Baby Spice Bunton from the Spice Girls.
She became my favorite Spice, Kevin.
find her very attractive.
She was, remember we interviewed her? She had her own solo project coming out.
She's adorable.
Adorable.
She's so likable.
Well, baby is now 45.
And
We're
all getting older, Kev.
I hear you. And happy birthday to the Golden Bear. Jack Nicklaus is turning 81 years old today. Big figure here in Palm Beach County, especially in the golf world.
Huge and charitable efforts as well. They do a lot of good stuff.
Also got a shout out to my wife, Cindy. Very happy 29th birthday for the 12th time from her husband and the kids, Lexi, Riley, and Mason. Bill sent that in. So there you go. Well, if you're like me, it's been really challenging here as of late. Just with everything that's gone on and the fighting that has happened in America, the vitriol has been more toxic than it ever had been before. And yesterday, I kind of was reminded of that when we were talking about what had happened with the presidential election in Palm Beach County back in, 20 years ago now, in the year 2000, and what had gone on then. And honestly, what I'd kind of seen in the last presidential election even seemed more toxic than then. And that was a hotly contested presidential election. And yesterday I had on the inauguration on TV and was kind of just half paying attention to what was going on, looking at Lady Gaga's crazy gold brooch.
It's a real bird, I think.
Yes, it might have been.
So taxidermied and then spray painted gold bird, it looked like.
Saw Jennifer Lopez coming out there, kind of breaking into a slight rendition of one of her own songs in the midst of singing some patriotic ones.
Some people are calling her out for that. You started singing Let's Get Loud? What the hell?
Our downloads are up, guys.
Weren't you supposed to do the anthem?
So that was rather interesting.
It does seem a little self-promotion there.
Her performance getting mixed reviews.
And then I saw Garth Brooks' new hair. So, there was...
Now that thing was getting solid reviews.
But the one thing that I didn't spend enough time on until later on last night was the poem read by 22-year-old Amanda Gorman, who today is really kind of being heralded as the headline of the inauguration from yesterday, and what I feel is a message that's not for Democrats, Republicans, but for Americans. And what we've had to go through over the last 4 years and the division that's happened in this country, her statements about the division and the process of our democracy, to me, provided an optimism that I hadn't felt in our country in a really long time. So I was reading through the poem last night, and I thought there was just even the first part of it, to me, was something that if you didn't really sink into it and explore it, I thought it was worth everybody taking a listen to.
When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace. In the norms and notions of what just isn't always just is. And yet the dawn is hours before we knew it. Somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country and a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming president, only to find herself reciting for one. And yes, we are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose, to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. And so we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our future first, we must first put our differences aside. We lay down our arms so we can reach out our arms to one another. We seek harm to none and harmony for all. Let the globe, if nothing else, say this is true. That even as we grieved, we grew, that even as we hurt, we hoped, that even as we tired, we tried, that we'll forever be tied together, victorious, not because we will never again know defeat, but because we will never again sow division.
So some pretty powerful words put in a very great way. And I had heard that she even had a speech impediment too.
Wow.
It was said on the news today. So, I mean, to go up there and knock it out of the park like that, a lot of people are talking about Amanda Gorman today. I think she's going to be on all the national talk shows. She's only 22 years old. She's a Harvard grad, and I would imagine she's going to have just a bevy of jobs laid out at her feet.
That's amazing.
coming
Good
up
for
from that.
her.
Yeah, it was really good.
I love poetry. Maybe I'm just soft, but man, poetry puts me in a great mood.
Okay, I like it. Let's break us off a piece.
Bird,
What
he's
do
a
you got?
poet.
Yeah, he is a poet.
The Cat in the Hat ate on a train. The cat on the hat had a lot of pain. I don't know that poem that well. I was
good.
I was actually trying to do.
Can you play hers again?
You're no Amanda Gorman.
No.
It was a nice effort. Tell me what you think about this. The one word that experts say you should avoid using. And I know there's many out there that you should avoid using.
Oh my, yeah.
But let me throw a new one into the mix. Experts suggesting to avoid using the word try, either with personal or professional relationships. They say do not use the word try because it sends the message that you aren't deeply committed.
Like, what do you mean? Can you elaborate on that?
Well, if you say, yeah, I'll try to do that, then it's sending to either a person in your life or your employer that, okay, it kind of gives you an out right away. That maybe you're not going to attack this project with everything you have.
If you ask Denny's, hey, Denny's, I need that audio. Okay, I'll try. You're like, damn, I need that audio.
Yes. You're like, I need more than a try out of you. A try is, I'll give it an effort, but you don't know to what level of effort you're going to give it. It could be the laziest effort ever, and there's not going to be the results that you want.
Panda, don't cheat on me. Okay, babe, I'll try.
Right.
Or like I've been telling Rocco, try your best at school and try to follow the teacher's directions. No, don't try. Do it.
Yes.
Do your best and follow the teacher's directions, or else there'll be blood.
Don't make me quote Yoda, because I will. There is no try. There is do.
Damn.
See, even Yoda knew. Don't use the word try.
Damn.
They say that you can actually self-sabotage yourself, even if you have the best of intentions. When you use the word try, in a sense, you've already mentally set yourself up for failure, and maybe even your effort might come into question because you said, I told him I'd try.
Oh, anytime we would do a snack pack show and I'd ask a family member or a friend, you going to come to the snack pack show? I'll try. I knew they weren't coming.
It is a completely weak word. It means nothing. You might as well go strong. Either say,
just say no, I'm not going.
yeah, it's a better word than try. So I was like, that's kind of an interesting thought. I'd never really had that. So that's what the experts are saying. Be mindful of using the word try. It sends a bad message to your family, to your professional colleagues, and even to yourself. Coming up here in a couple of minutes, we got a KVJ draft today. We're going to be talking about TV shows from the 2000s. That's what we're looking to draft here. We're talking a good bit about TV today. I think I got a feeling I know at least one show Jaybird's going to try to go after.
I am. It's going to be important to get the number one draft pick on this one.
It is. This is one where you want to get a good card to go.
I'm guaranteeing victory today.
You better hope you don't pick last. I'm taking your show.
You don't know what I want. You don't know what I'm into.
Okay, so we are going to pick cards, come up with a draft order, and then pick out a team of 3 TV shows from the 2000s coming up next here on the KVJ show. Okay, Virginia, we're getting ready to broadcast here.
Sorry. I'm just...
That's your girl. That's your girl.
I'm going in hard
Keen
on
awareness.
Jaybird.
Yeah, even during a commercial break, she's on my ass like flies on a rib roast. Tone down.
Well, Denny's trying to walk in the studio. He can't because it's a booby trap with all your crap.
Why don't you step off?
All right, time for another KVJ draft. Today we're going to be doing TV shows from the 2000s, meaning if there was a new episode that aired anytime on whatever platform it might be in that decade, the year 2000 through 2009, it will count for today's draft. Those are the rules. Okay. We're drawing out playing cards right now, and as Jaybird said, the order that you get is going to be relatively important here because there's a couple big shows from the 2000s that you want to get.
I'm putting a curse on Virginia right now. She's going to get a 2. Cursed.
I did not get a 2.
Damn it. Never
Okay.
works. It always backfires.
I got a jack.
That's a good card.
That's a good
Right?
one.
What'd you get, Virginia?
I got a 5.
Okay. Bird, what did you get?
4.
Oh, no.
Right below the witch.
Okay. Denny's, what did you get?
I got a queen.
Oh,
Big D.
And
Look at
Suits
this.
running KVJ TV in the other studios got what?
A 9.
A 9.
Wow.
Okay.
I got last.
You.
I got last. That's what
Yeah,
happens
you
when-
did.
every time I curse a witch. It always backfires.
See?
You are a witch.
She's good, isn't she?
She is.
Okay. So the draft order will go Denny's, Kev, Suits, Virginia, and Bird is last.
Damn, Bird.
That's tough.
It's tough.
Oh, that's tough. You're going to see all the great shows just snagged out from underneath you.
Buy The Office.
I can't wait to take the office.
Oh, it's gone.
Well, let's see. The big question, will Denny's start off by taking The Office? We know that's the one that Jaybird wants. It's going to be a big one. Denny's, with the overall number 1 pick in today's KVJ draft, what are you going to go with?
I think I'm going to have to go The Office.
Oh!
The Miho took it.
Yeah.
Dang.
Man, it's hard. That's what she
Okay.
said.
Whoa.
Oh, nice.
Very nice. Okay. He is going to go with The Office. With my first pick, I am going to go with Breaking Bad. That'll be my pick.
Solid.
All right, another one off the list.
Suits. What are you going to go with? TV show from the 2000s in the KVJ draft.
With my first pick, I am going to take The Sopranos.
You son of a biscuit. He just heard me talking to Denny's how much
I had it on my list before you said it. Swear to God.
sweet Suits isn't so sweet.
Oh, man.
There's going to be nothing left
Denny's
for
can
Bird.
back me up. I told him.
He did. I said Bird loves that show.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
What should I take? Should I take Curb Your Enthusiasm? I mean, should I put the nail in the coffin?
It is up to you, Virginia. What do you think?
I mean, it's so funny.
I've never watched Curb Your Enthusiasm, but I know you want
You would
it.
definitely curb his enthusiasm for this draft if you take it.
It's dead, Kevin.
No, I'm not going to focus on him. I'm going to focus on me.
Okay.
And I am going to take Sex and the City.
Okay. All right. Good pick. All right, Bird. Now, you get the next 2 picks. So run wild, young stallion.
I'm going to go Parks and Recreation,
Okay.
and I'm going to go Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai.
2000s, right? It's in the 2000, like 2000 and above, or no?
No, I said 2000 to 2009.
So I'm going to take that one back.
Yeah, I was saying.
And I'm going to
Oh,
replace that.
my gosh.
Oh, why don't you pipe down and work on another mediocre dirt story? Let me see here. I'm going to go with Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, there you go. Problem solved.
It's a tough bit.
Yes, it's a real challenge. Virginia, you get the next pick.
I'm taking Grey's Anatomy.
Grey's
It's a heavy hitter.
Okay, I believe we now go up to Suits. What are you going to pick with your second pick in the KVJ draft, TV shows from the 2000s?
I am going to pick South Park.
Okay.
Very good.
All righty. I am going to go with...
Bless you.
Bless you.
you.
I got to go wash my hands because in the chat room, he didn't wash his hands.
You want us to pick for you while you're gone?
There he goes. Okay, let me see here. I am... Do I go with what I like, or do I want to win?
Oh, it's always the
It's a
question.
very tough question.
Okay. I am going to go on ahead and go with what I like. And I'm going to lose, but I am going with Arrested Development.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Panda loves that
That's
show.
such a good show.
Yeah. Denny's, you get the next 2 picks here in the KVJ Draft, TV shows from the 2000s.
So first pick, I'm going to go with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, it's a good one.
Okay.
And my next pick, I'm going to go with Family Guy.
I think Danny's about to win this tournament, y'all.
Okay. I guess we shall see. My final pick in the TV shows from the 2000s, I am going to go with Chappelle's Show.
Oh, that's a good one.
Okay. We've got Suits, your final pick.
I don't know if it's going to win me the tournament, but I'm going to take a personal favorite here. I loved 24 with Keith Sutherland. I'm taking 24.
Okay. Yeah, you got to have a personal
It's a big
favorite in
show.
there somewhere to
Jack
be true.
Bauer.
Okay, Virginia, your final pick.
This one's tough. I'm gonna pick The Real World. I loved it.
The Real World, okay.
I loved it. I loved it.
All right.
Damn, she just lost it.
Okay, Cobra Kai.
I was just thinking with
you
Sex
didn't even
in the City
understand
and
the rules.
Grey's Anatomy, I'm like,
2 bangers.
Damn. Talk about a stinker, Kev.
ooh.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I love that show.
Thank goodness you fell apart.
Okay, Bird, you got the absolute final pick here in the KVJ Draft today, TV shows from the 2000s.
It's between a couple, Kev, and
I know,
I'm
there's a lot of good
struggling.
ones left.
Struggling with it. I'm going to go with Big Brother.
Big Brother, okay.
Is that dumb?
Nah.
Yeah.
Was it on in 2000?
You're right. I think I did it wrong again.
When did it start?
In the 90s.
Yeah, it ran all the way
It,
through.
it
the
ran,
so it ran
through.
Yeah,
So
as
it would
long as it ran
qualify.
through, it works.
Yeah, as long as they had a new original episode on any platform in the 2000s, it's going to work for us.
I just lost the tournament, too.
Okay. All right. So here's what we got. Breaking down what we drafted out today. Denny's has got The Office, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Family Guy.
That's going to be tough to beat.
Strong round. Strong round. I've got Breaking Bad, Arrested Development, and Chappelle's Show. Suits has got The Sopranos, South Park, and 24. Virginia with Sex and the City, Grey's Anatomy, The Real World, and Bird has got Parks and Recreation, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Big Brother.
I'm coming in last, I think. Again?
No.
Suits always wins. Does Suits win with his this week?
It's always Suits and Virginia on
Yes.
the top. It's always me and Denny's at the bottom.
Yes.
And then Kev's milling around the middle. Every now and then he'll
be top or middle.
Top or middle. He never goes bottom. Kevin's never bottom.
Yeah, it's my
He's always in
choice.
that power position.
Yeah.
Okay, the ones that we did not get to, these were left on the board. Dexter was not chosen.
I almost did that, but I never saw it. I felt like I was
Yeah.
cheating the game.
Yeah.
And like I said, I jumped out after the 4th season. I'd had enough, and I'm not sure it ended great, even though it's coming back. Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, I get you loved that
Loved
show.
it. I turned a motorcycle guy for
You
a good 2
dropped the
weeks.
Yeah.
ball.
Ah, you love
I
that
bought
show.
leather jackets, Denny's.
Could have gone with that. I almost went with Friends, but it wasn't in my heart. But
'Cause
that
you-
ran.
'cause you don't love it.
I didn't love after the first 2 seasons.
I almost did Seinfeld, but I wasn't even sure if that ran in the 2000s.
No, it's over by then.
Yeah, I
Was
think it
it?
ended like
It would have
right
worked like
at
Cobra
Tuesday.
Kai worked.
Thank goodness I didn't say it, because I almost said that as my third, and then the witch over. Oh my quack, quack, quack.
He almost said Mandalorian. And then we're like, what? You really don't get it.
I was going, yeah, why is everybody saying Mandalorian?
Big Bang Theory could have worked. 30 Rock, How I Met Your Mother. All shows that would have been in that. Criminal Minds, Lost. So nobody went with any of those.
I'm fighting just to stay out of the cellar. If I'm not dead last, it's a win for the bird.
Okay, so you don't ever strive to win.
No, the bar is real low.
Okay. We just had the KVJ Draft, best TV shows from the 2000s. You can go to the KVJ Show Facebook page and vote on who you think did the best job. We'll announce right before the end of the show here, before we get out, who got the most votes here today. Somebody would like to let us know that we forgot also about One Tree Hill, SpongeBob SquarePants, and Will and Grace. A couple shows that did not get drafted today.
I didn't forget about it.
Yeah, I was going to say. You're like, why did you not pick those? We got a joke jury coming up here in just a second from producer Denny's. First, who is most likely to on the KVJ show for all these different categories? Like, if you had to imagine, who do you think on the KVJ show would be most likely to get caught up in a sex scandal?
Why are you looking at me?
Yeah. We can all agree.
Oh my gosh.
It's me.
All in favor of Bird say aye.
I.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I'm
You
gonna
win
run
that one.
I'm gonna run Kevin's political campaign one of these days. I better have a sex scandal.
Who on KVJ is most likely to have a severe midlife crisis? They probably let their hair grow out, wear bandanas, do weird things like that.
No, that's not, people think this is a midlife crisis. This is not. I think it would be Kevin or Virginia, because you guys are more obsessed with your looks and getting older. I've been this way my whole life. I don't really care.
Yeah,
He is a full life crisis.
He's always been weird.
I've always
Yeah,
been weird.
it's true.
And I don't think my hair looks good, by the way, for an art project.
An art,
Yeah,
okay,
an art project.
I actually think it looks great.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I think your hair looks great, too.
Thank you.
We can do this all day long.
Severe midlife crisis. What do you think, Virginia?
Maybe me or you,
Yeah.
Kev. Maybe you.
Oddly enough, I think it's going to be Suits, because I think that he's going to be like, man, I was in my 20s, and a lot of people thought I was midlife.
So
And
you're
then when he
going-
gets to midlife and maybe like going, what if he looks like he's in his early 20s when he's in his mid 40s?
That would be wild.
little Benjamin Suits button kind of a thing.
Yeah,
going
that's
on.
right. He kind of goes in reverse. Like he's got a
Suits button.
middle-aged accountant going on right now, but in his mid 40s. Okay, who on KVJ is most likely to become really great friends with an A-list celebrity?
I mean,
Yeah.
You don't have the temperament for the trade, dog. You'd get too drunk and scare the hell out of them.
you don't know.
It's Kevin.
Yeah, it's got to be Kevin.
It's
Really?
Kevin. Yeah, well, you do. You got Vanilla Ice. I would say. I mean, is he A-list?
Yeah,
But he's
well,
And you bump elbows in the
he's
right
South
circles.
Florida A-list.
he's South Florida.
Yeah,
A-list. I mean, he's
definitely.
globally known.
For sure.
but I mean, Virginia puts herself out there. I don't hang out with anybody.
I try.
Okay. Yeah, Virginia puts in the effort.
Yeah, but that, sometimes you can. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
get.
What if I promise to stay sober?
Oh, yeah. What?
Liar.
Wait, what?
I think it's Kevin.
She
on
just
Yeah,
that
it's
used
one.
the
gotta
word
be.
try.
I try to stay sober.
Didn't we just talk about that?
I will not do. I will try.
Okay. Who on the KVJ show is most likely to eat food off the floor of a public bathroom?
Oh my.
Bird?
Gosh.
It's. I don't want to do it, but
Right.
out of this crew, it'd probably be. It's me.
Because it'd be a food you love. It tastes amazing.
Well, you just went in there, and Denny's followed you in, and he's holding a hot, piping fresh Camille's pizza.
Oh my gosh.
Because he wanted to tell you something, and he slipped and dropped it.
Yeah. I mean, I would be the guy to eat it. I don't want to. I'm not pumped.
Okay.
But out of this group of people, I'm your guy.
Who on the KVJ show would be most likely to give the best motivational speech? Talking Braveheart. We're talking Independence Day.
I think it depends on the situation.
Yeah.
It all. I think we all could do it differently depending on the situation.
Okay.
But overall, probably Kevin, because he would put the most work into it. He would make sure it was like awesome. He would
Yeah.
prep his speech for months.
Practice it.
Yes, but does it? He's also kind of robot. Does it lose a little bit of the heart because he's robot?
Gosh, I hope not.
hope
I hope he practiced in front of people.
Practice like a human.
Practice being human.
I'm just kidding.
How'd you practice that? Okay, who on KVJ is most likely to end up on the show Cops or one of those cop shows for doing something that they should not be doing?
I mean,
Probably me.
it's definitely Virginia.
Virginia.
And it's going to happen. She need to bring this whole ship down.
Okay, who on KVJ is most likely to become an a-hole after winning the Powerball?
Virginia.
Really?
You'll get so posh, dog. You'll get so fancy.
I would share with you guys. In fact, I was just thinking about that when I bought my tickets the other night. I'm like, how am I going to divide this up with my boys?
You know what? I take it back. I take it back.
No, I've reevaluated.
No, I'm not saying you would be jerky to us overall personality, I think it would change.
She might become very pretentious and not realize it.
Yeah, I don't think he'd be jerky to us, but I think you might change because that money can change people.
Oh, I wear a T-shirt. It'd say "No new friends."
See? I also think suits too.
That's
think
what I would have said.
Power,
Suits.
Really?
Power gets to him. Oh yeah, yeah.
Suits comes in here, he shoves me, and he's like, "I've had enough of you
I got better hair than you.
for years." Yeah,
I've always had better hair than you.
I think it's suits actually.
I get your midlife crisis. Suits just manhandles me. Who on the KVJ show is most likely to end up in our own whacked out news? That's kind of along the same lines of cops.
It is, but I feel like for the whacked out news, me and Denny's can get in the hunt on that one as well. We find ourselves in weird
it's gonna be
situations.
funny. Yeah, I agree. I'll put
Yeah.
you guys at the top on that. Who on the KVJ show is most likely to go off the grid and live out in the woods?
Bird.
Yeah,
It's
Bird.
probably
Definitely. He's already talked about wanting to do it.
many times.
Now.
It's happening.
Who on the KVJ show is most likely to end up in anger management?
Probably me.
I don't want to say it because you might get angry.
What does that mean?
You're gonna get mad, punch Kevin, and end up on cops.
All in one. We can make all these things happen right away. And who on KVJ is most likely to help a stranger in need knocking at their door?
Oh, boy.
Probably me
Yeah.
because I let people in. I just let them in. For a guy who's got walls, I let a lot of people in.
Yes.
You got walls and doors.
Yes. Okay. All right. Denny's is in here to deliver some homegrown comedy in his joke jury. We let him know what is working and what is not working. All right, Denny's, I know there's a lot of really anxious people here ready to laugh.
Oh, yeah. And
Give it to us.
homegrown was a key word there, too.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. What do you got in today's joke jury?
First joke. What kind of tattoo did Dracula's daughter get on spring break?
I don't know. What kind of tattoo did she get on spring break?
A vamp stamp.
That was very good. Yeah, that was good.
Second joke. Why is it difficult to carry a lot of pickles?
I don't know. Why is it difficult to carry a lot of pickles?
Because they're cucumbersome.
Pickle joke. I love it.
Cucumbersome.
No one's doing pickle comedy.
No,
That is
not
right.
enough. Yeah, not enough.
Third joke. What southern rock band loves nuts?
Southern rock band loves nuts. I don't know.
The Allman Brothers.
Well, they really missed that endorsement, didn't they?
Yeah, for real. Fourth joke. Why was the small bear removed from the eucalyptus eating contest?
I don't know why.
Because he was disqualified.
Oh, this guy's in a zone I've
my
never
God.
seen before.
Whoa.
2021, it's been your year.
Wow.
So good.
Oh, it's amazing. It's the strength in the hair.
It is.
He's like a comedic Samson.
Yeah, there you go. Don't cut the hair.
Don't cut the hair.
Never.
They'll lose
It's
the funny.
over, yes. And final joke. What did the boys see when they looked up the kitchen skirt?
I don't know. What did they see?
Pink pantries.
Oh.
See, you're not paying
Little,
Hey, the first four, though, I gotta tell you.
All right, we'll just go
disqualified?
what? We got that one message from one of our KVJ Nationers. They said that they saw Suits walking into an adult toy store.
A smut shop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, do we?
Remember, too, when that one... Did a couple try to get with Suits and have him join some kind of activity, too? Wasn't there something like that going on?
He's a unicorn.
He's a unicorn, yeah. Remember that?
There's been a lot of kinky activity floating around him, but none of it's ever stuck. And Allegedly, yeah, he shook that other one off.
He's very slippery, but things keep popping up about you and sin.
There's a lot of smoke around this very sexual fire.
Well, I don't understand. What is this now?
Well,
He looks like a confused
I
accountant.
am confused. I heard you tease it this morning. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about.
it's a message that we got from Deborah. She said, I saw Suits in Walmart looking at women's panties. Who is he buying them for? He was in the panty section for quite a long time.
Oh, Suits.
I wanted to say something to him, but the boy looked like he was in heat and on a mission. I was curious as to who he was buying them for.
What the hell, Suits?
Get it?
I wish she had approached the guy because it wasn't me. She would have found out then. I did not go shopping for Walmart panties. I mean,
when you say those two words together.
I mean, if you're going to go shopping for that, I don't think Walmart's my first destination, but that was not me.
Okay.
I'm just saying, young blood, there's a lot of stuff being said
Who are
out
these
there.
doppelgangers these people keep seeing?
Can you prove it wasn't you?
I guess my Ring doorbell caught me go in the house, maybe.
Virginia brings up a good point. Got to prove now to us that it wasn't you.
I did not leave the house yesterday, so I think I have the evidence.
Well, I don't
video
know if
evidence.
this was yesterday. This could have been.
And do we know what specific Walmart? Do we know anybody at these Walmarts? Maybe get the video.
Surveillance footage. We can go back and get that. And be like, we got something really important here.
What if we go back, we watch it, and it really is Suits, and he is taking the panties, he's like rubbing them on his hair. He's
smelling
He's
them.
exploring big time.
Something
It wasn't
here.
me.
There's just a lot of these stories coming around these days.
Why does this keep happening, though? I don't get
know.
this.
Yeah, why do they keep happening?
I swear, I was not buying panties in Walmart.
You can only say it wasn't me so many times.
Right?
This, I don't know who this was that they think they saw, but it was not me.
Well, if you've got a slippery individual that is in your life and you're always trying to catch them when their stories just don't quite add up.
Like Suits.
There is a household utensil that somebody has shown on TikTok how to use to catch a cheater. Most people should have this in their house. What do? They say a surefire way to catch yourself a cheater. Well, if you have a possible cheater in your life, there is a simple household item that you can use to bust them, according to a TikTok hack. Well, if you want proof that they're cheating, Virginia, you can just stab them first and ask questions later, I guess. This is an interesting tactic. On TikTok, they say you need to get yourself a lint roller. You know what to do with it, Virginia?
I do. I've seen these TikToks. You can also use duct tape. You can use a lint roller or duct tape. This girl did it because she was in the shower and she's blonde and her man is blonde, and she found a long black hair in her tub, curly. And she was like, what the hell's going on in my house when I'm not here? So she went and got tape, a lint roller, and she started doing the mattress and the floor with the tape and the lint roller to see what came up. And she found so many long black curly hairs.
Wow.
And that's how she busted him.
Okay. Yeah. Smart.
But sometimes those hairs get on people, though. I'm not that
In your tub.
That sounds ridiculous. That's a pretty big fire.
You're
right
not
there.
defending the man cheating, right?
No, but what I'm saying is, I just noticed with me sometimes I'll have a hair on my shoulder or something, and I haven't been around anybody, and it'll be a long blonde hair, and I'll have no idea how it got there. And I'm being completely honest. So I'm just saying, I don't know if is that foolproof.
I think that it depends upon how much hair you get. If you
Exactly.
have one random stray, that's no reason to get crazy. But I will tell you, like, I know where my wife brushes her hair every morning, and I'm like, is that a dog? I'm like, oh, that's just it's
a million hairs.
There's a lot of hair that comes out, and if there's something where, especially you use a lint brush and you pick up a good bit of it, one or two maybe. But if you've got 8, 10, 12, or a bunch of hairs not belonging to you or to your significant other, you'd be like, all right, how did this happen?
She found him in the tub. She found him in the bed. She found him on the carpet. And then she found him in his car.
This is on TikTok, you say?
TikTok.
I'm sure this is very legit, too.
Yeah.
Let me guess. They posted it on Reddit?
All right, that's what they're saying.
I love it.
Have it
now
handy.
everyone's going to go around everyone's bathroom and start doing the lint roller.
They should. If you're suspecting that your man is cheating, bust him with the lint
Or
roller.
women can cheat, too.
Okay, so what do you think about the lint roller test that is going on TikTok to bust a cheater? You get a lint roller, you run it over your carpet or a different place, and if a bunch of foreign hairs come up, you're like, aha, you got to be cheating.
If they're in the bed, oh, hell no.
Yeah. Buckeye Steve said that the lesson learned here is just cheat with somebody who has the same type of hair. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
At that point, you're so sleazy. You're going in such detail to find someone that looks like that has your hair.
Somebody else out there with the warning too. Okay, fellas, you need to start vacuuming everything.
If your man all of a sudden buys like 3 dust busters, you know what's up.
Yeah. So, and also to keep in mind where the hair might be. Somebody said my husband and I, we do CrossFit, and we'll see hair on the floor, and we'll come home with a lot of hair. It's just CrossFit, but if you find it in your tub and you find it everywhere else in your house, that is not okay.
Another reason not to do CrossFit.
CrossFit, you just made CrossFit gross.
It is, yeah. You shed a lot in CrossFit? I didn't know that.
And you roll around in other people's funk?
This sounds real fun.
Guess that's what it is. So there you go. All right, from the FML website, if things are not going great in your life, you can feel a little bit better about yours by going to this website and checking it out. It stands for F My Life. Somebody posted up there, it said, today my morning started off by stepping in my dog's pee by the door, then stepping on my husband's by the toilet. FML.
Is everybody around her just a fire hose?
That's just gross, isn't it?
Yeah, the dog, you're fine. The husband, shame on you.
Someone else said, today there are 2 parts to my life. The 12 hours I spend in bed each night trying to fall asleep with limited success. And then the 12 hours I'm up and trying not to fall asleep, also with limited success.
That's the life of somebody who suffers from insomnia.
Damn.
It's terrible. I couldn't even
Sucks.
imagine.
It's rough.
Wow. That would be terrible.
The worst is when you have a big day coming up and you need to get to sleep and you're on a 2-day run of not sleeping and you're going into that day with no sleep, and then you have to act like, hey, everything's great.
I'm not psycho.
Wow. Yeah, don't take sleeping for granted, y'all.
Amen.
On the FML site, somebody said, my mom called today, but I was at work and I couldn't answer. The voicemail that she left was 7 minutes long. When I listened, it was a bed squeaking and her moaning out my dad's name. And I'm going to dinner with them tonight.
Oh.
Awkward.
Just delete and pretend like you never heard it. I would not bring that up.
No, you don't bring it up, but it's still,
Just-
it's going to be replaying in your head the entire meal.
You got to try to do whatever you can to get that out of your head.
Oh, that's tough. Somebody else had posted on the FML site, I was walking to bed in fancy panties and a tight black tank top.
Nice.
My husband then loudly exclaimed, this is the best part of being a grown-up. When I looked at him, he was actually talking about the ice cream he was eating in bed. FML.
What a cozy night, that ice cream and
Hot
ice cream.
girl.
Yeah,
I
my
mean,
God.
well, it's a good night for him.
I love it.
Jay-Bird's at attention.
Yeah, kind of killed her confidence, but it was great for him. Today, my dad tapped me on my shoulder and said, you got to admit, son, your mom's got one hell of an ass.
Oh, Dad.
But that's awesome that he's still, keeping the... Whatever you call that.
You all go with that? Randy's like, yeah. Exactly.
If my dad goes, your mom's got a great ass. I'm like, all right, good. I'm glad you like mom's ass. I hope you tap
Not
it.
bad for you.
I'm not going to comment, but
Yeah.
I'm glad it's working for you.
Yeah, I want my dad to like my mom's ass.
What?
You can't even say
I
it.
almost said something
Yeah,
else.
my mom's ass.
I almost said something else.
Thank God you didn't.
I know.
Count your blessings on moving into your house, Jay Burr, with your neighbors. Somebody put on the FML website. Today, I signed a 2-year lease on a house, then found out my new next-door neighbor comes over and says she's in love with me, threatened my new girlfriend, and now she won't stop blasting Taylor Swift.
What?
We got to get law enforcement involved.
That's insane.
Yeah, what do you do if you just signed a new lease and you found out you just moved next door to a psycho?
I thought about that. I was so afraid that was going to happen. And thank goodness, I really, really love Virginia's friend and her husband. They're really great people. It could go south, though.
His neighbor is one of my best friends.
I don't know my other neighbor. So
You don't need to.
I still have...
if you hear Taylor Swift.
Oh, boy. No, they got to... Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that kind of situation. I don't want to say too many details. I don't
Have
want
you seen them outside?
Not really. I've heard them.
What are their comings and goings?
They got kids and
Okay.
a dog that broke through the fence and tried to bite me. They started barking at
What kind
me.
of dog?
A horrifying one? I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Hungry?
I was putting the paint away, and all of a sudden, it was going through my fence.
No way.
Yeah, trying to
Well,
anyway.
you got to reinforce that fence.
Or just always have bacon in my pocket.
Yeah. Somebody else had posted up today while I was working in a grocery store, a customer decided to take a dump in the aisle after I told him he couldn't access our restrooms because my boss had closed them due to COVID restrictions.
What the hell is the matter with people?
It's a big move.
Great question, but that's the terrible thing. If you're the low person on the totem pole at a store, there's gross stuff that people do all the time.
How could you?
Yeah. Somebody posted this on the FML site. Today, my grandmother came to visit me and asked, "Did you change your hair, or are you just fatter now?"
Oh, Grandma.
That's old school right there. That's how old school talk.
She don't know. She's losing that filter.
I mean, she's old school and she's getting older, so forget about it.
Don't take it as an insult. She probably got bad eyes.
Okay.
I'm sure you're skinnier.
Play Grandma's eyes. Okay. And finally, from the F My Life website, somebody said, "Today I had a very important video call for my job. I hadn't used the particular app in a long time, so I hadn't checked my screen name, and it turns out that the last time I used it was in March with all my friends, and the name came up Latina Slut. My employer saw it. FML. Latina Slut." Okay. There you go.
That's awesome. I do that all the time. I name myself stupid names and I forget to take them down.
Yeah.
That will bite you if you're not careful.
Yeah, it can. Coming up here, we've got a Battle of the Generations and a matchup that we haven't yet had. Gen Z versus Millennials. I don't think we've had Denny's versus Suits, have we?
No.
Okay. We're going to look for somebody in the Gen Z, ages 18 to 25. And then we need to get ourselves a millennial, ages 26 to 39 is what we're going for our contest. So we'll give them trivia that the other generation should know. Now, you get to use either Denny's or Suits to help you out. If you get the question right all by yourself, you get 2 points. If you have to use Denny's or Suits, you get 1. So we will take on a Battle of the Generations. It is Gen Z versus the Millennials next here on the KVJ Show. Call us up, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763.
More KVJ Show right now on 97.9 WRMF.
Got a new matchup in today's Battle of the Generations. We've not yet pitted Generation Z against the Millennials. A little bit closer and a lot of overlap in that. We're going to have our representatives here today, including Denny's, who's going to be repping the Millennials, and Suits, who has got Gen Z here today. And we got our contestants on the line. Now, they will get 2 points for each answer that they answer alone correctly. And they will get 1 point if they have to use the partner from their generation. Okay, from Gen Z, it's all right, Jay Bird.
What are you doing over there? Playing jacks?
I dropped some stuff. I apologize.
6 times?
As you were, Kevin.
Alex is on here repping Gen Z, a 23-year-old. Hello, Alex.
Hey,
Hey, how you doing today?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Doing good. Say hello to your partner, Suits.
Hey, Suits. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing, Alex? Let's take Denny's down.
Whoa.
Yes,
Whoa.
we are.
You got this.
Get him.
Man, Stu's giving me...
Came out kind of violent, huh?
It's competition.
Yeah. He's fired up. Okay. All right. We also have Rita here from Royal Palm Beach, a 34-year-old millennial. Hello, Rita.
Good morning.
Good morning. And say hello to your partner, Denny's.
What's going on, Denny's?
What's going on, Rita?
They're both very fired up, these guys.
You can feel the energy.
Yeah, you really can. There's a connection here. There's fire on the intensity of this competition today. Now, just to let you know, Alex and Rita, I've got a question for you that will be supposedly somewhat out of your generational range. If you can answer it on your own, you'll get 2 points. If you need to ask your partner and you do get it correct, you'll get 1. Obviously, no points for nothing right, okay?
Okay.
Okay, all right, here we go. We're going to start off with our Gen Z. This question would be for Alex and Suits. Jamie Foxx got his big break on which sketch comedy show? Do you happen to know what that is, Alex?
I do not.
Okay. Suits, you got to come in here and try to save Gen Z.
So I don't think it's SNL.
Okay.
Sketch comedy show. Oh, man, I don't really know a lot. Mad TV?
Got to go Mad TV.
Sketch comedy show, right?
Yeah, but it's not the right
Good
one.
guess, though.
Yeah, I mean, that was the second best one.
Yeah, not the right
Way
one.
better than mine.
Yeah. We were looking for In Living Color.
In living color.
A show that actually launched Jim Carrey and also Jennifer Lopez.
Yeah.
One of the answers there.
One of the fly
Carrie's
girls.
a freak.
Okay. All right. So no point for Gen Z to start off with.
This is tough because, I mean, both of these guys are my friends, Kev. I'm pulling for both of them.
I can tell you are.
I'm
Yeah.
torn up.
Very
yeah.
torn.
Yeah. Okay.
They don't need you.
Okay, here we have a question for our millennials. All right, this question is for you, Rita. David Dobrik is the leader of what popular YouTube ensemble?
Oh my gosh.
David Dobrik is the leader of what
I've heard that name before.
Yeah. I had not, basically. I did not know anything about this person until I looked it up. Apparently they're big.
A YouTube ensemble?
Yeah, he has a crew. There's a name for his crew. So, and they're on YouTube, and the accolades of him, the views that he has is absolutely impressive. So I guess it's got to mean something to the right generation, just not mine. David Dobrik, he leads what popular YouTube ensemble? Do you know, Rita?
It's something vlog something.
Okay. All
What
right.
is that, vlogs?
We'll go to Denny's. Denny's, can you save a point here? What do you think?
Don't blow a peace train.
The Mod Squad? Are they around?
Okay.
What is it? I guess I don't understand the question. It's a group that's famous and some guy.
He's got a crew. You know, for instance, what are those two brothers?
The Paul brothers.
Yeah, I think a lot of them, they name whoever their hangout bunch is. A lot of these
Team
YouTubers,
8. We're Team 8, bro.
We have a name for our house. We have a name for our crew, and David Dobrik has a name for his crew. To save
The
a
Dobermans.
point,
Oh, good. Denny's
the Dobermans,
real good.
The Dobermans. That is incorrect.
What happened, Denny's?
You kind of
It felt
between
right.
between the two of you, kind of had it right. You know, Rita was dancing on the vlog. It's the Vlog Squad. You said squad. She said vlog, but yeah, the Vlog Squad. Vlog Squad. I don't even know.
This is intense. 0-0.
0-0. All right, let's see if we can get a point here. We're going back to our Gen Z here. And Alex, in the Battle of the Generations, your question for Gen Z, how many licks does it take to get to the center, was a question asked by what candy? Alex?
Tootsie Pops?
Tootsie Pops is what she's going for. How do you feel about that, Suits?
I think that's right. I remember the commercial.
Okay, I'm going to say yes. That is correct.
A 3 and then the L.
Yeah, very nice. Okay, look at Gen Z jumping out to a 2-zip lead.
In
Nice
your
job,
face.
Alex.
In your face, Big D.
These young bloods.
Okay, let's see if the millennials can catch up here in the Battle of the Generations. Next question. This is for the millennials. What is the name of Khloe Kardashian's clothing company? Okay, we'll go with Rita here. Rita, do you happen to know that answer?
American something. American Girl, American Woman, American...
Okay, all right. Denny's, why don't you jump in here?
Something American.
Why don't you jump in here and help? She's...
Is it American Squad?
Oh, boy.
American Squad. Do you know that one, Virginia?
I can tell by Virginia's response.
I think I know it.
What do you think it is?
I think it's All American. Is it?
It's Good American.
Good American. Damn.
Good American.
I mean, you guys are crushing it if you were trying to get them all wrong.
Okay, Gen Z, let's see if they can put it away here. If they get this right and millennials whiff, it's over, and Gen Z wins the Battle of the Generations. All right, the question for Alex. Who was the most prominent face of MTV News? Most prominent face of MTV News. Any idea who that is, Alex, for Gen Z?
Okay, let me think about this because I used to watch MTV all the time.
That one I got to know. You knew you got real close on that shoot.
That
earlier.
first one earlier.
I called it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to go with Suits here. We don't have an answer on that. What do you think, Suits?
They do news?
They did.
I had no idea they even did MTV News.
Once upon a time. Oh.
I have absolutely no idea.
Jaber, do you want to tell them the answer?
Kurt Loder?
Yes, that would have been it.
Kurt Loder, Matt Pinder.
You so old.
So old.
Kurt Loder would have been the correct answer.
Simon Rex.
They don't do the news at all anymore on MTV. Does anyone even know in this room?
Do they have MTV anymore, really?
I think it's reality shows.
I haven't watched it.
I haven't
Pretty
seen it in
much.
so long.
I haven't watched MTV since Laguna Beach went off.
Been a while.
It was a sad
I'm an
day.
LB fan.
Been a while. Okay, if millennials whiff on this one, it is over, and Gen Z by default is going to get a 2-zip win. Okay, here we go. This is the possible last question for Rita. Which major pop star was one of the main characters on Sam and Cat, Rita, for millennials?
Sam and Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Was it? Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande, and Google says yes.
Yay! Ariana Grande.
All righty. Very nice. Okay, there you go. We have to probably speed up the answer time a little bit on this. Is it tick, 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 Ariana Grande? All right.
Sam and Cat, how do you spell that?
All right, final question here. Regardless, let's see. All you have to do is get this right. You'll get the win here. Gen Z and Battle of the Generations. For Alex, what was the competing format for VHS VCR tapes? There were 2 formats. There was VHS, and you could get another format as well. What was the name of that format without profanity, Alex? What do you think?
I have no idea.
Suits.
I feel kind of confident on this one.
Okay.
It was Betamax, right?
Betamax is correct. There you go. Okay. All right. Suits
If I
jumped
could
in.
high-five you, I would.
Nice.
Virtual high five.
Okay, Suits, you jumped in.
Agreed more.
Because you got that, Suits, you get a point. So you're up 3-2. Now, if Alex can get this by herself, or I'm sorry, Rita gets this by herself, she gets the win. If not, then we're going to wind up with a tie, or you could actually lose. Final question for you here, Rita. I need a quicker answer this time. Hilary Duff and Lindsay Lohan had an infamous feud after they both dated whom?
Chad Michael Murray?
Chad Michael Murray. No. Denny's?
Vanderama. Wilmer Vanderama.
Vanderama.
Nailed it.
It's something like that, right?
You've been hanging out with Jason too long.
You're right.
No. It was Aaron Carter. So that means you did not get any points. Gen Z is going to get the win here today in the Battle of the Generations. Suits winds up winning it for his generation, Gen Z.
Great job, Alex.
Thanks, dude. You really pulled it out.
Okay.
Let's hope not, right?
In Walmart.
Yeah. Allegedly.
Women's panties. So nice.
Can't prove that.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news. So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, there's a lot of chaos that is still kind of happening and confusion with the pandemic that's going on, trying to sort it all out. But police in England had to break up what they thought was this illegal rave going down on Friday. You know, they've got restrictions already going on there. I saw a bunch of people that were congregating outside of a building. But as they investigated this crazy rave, it actually turned out to be a group of senior citizens waiting to get their vaccine shots. So I guess not as crazy as they thought it was originally. So
Yeah, please don't shut that down.
yeah,
They actually need it.
yeah, you're right. They probably do. Well, if the isolation of the pandemic has got you down, there's an expert in Canada says that creating an imaginary friend to talk to might not be a bad idea.
Amen. I agree with this. I've had several in my life.
At what ages?
You know, between
42.
between 5 and present day. I had a guy named Don, and I had this weird creature named Bebo Y. And they were always around me when I was in the bathroom, too.
Yeah.
Watching you poo?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Might want to do some hypnosis to find out the truth behind that.
I don't think I want to go deep.
Yeah.
I think I want to know.
There's a study, too, that says that it could even improve your mental health if you do.
I love it. Some people like talking to their plants as a friend.
Okay, yeah. It's not bad.
I'm thinking about getting a fern. Isn't the fern the human of the plant world?
I've never heard anybody but you say that, but I've heard you say that multiple times.
I think the fern is the human of the plant world.
Really?
Yes.
What makes it that?
It's nurturing. I feel like...
it nurtures you? Like, will it give me a back massage?
No, it nurtures you emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
The only plant you need to get is some pot.
Or maybe not. I don't know. I think I might be hitting that plant a little too much.
Well, sad news. A top professional gamer has been forced into retirement at just the age of 25.
Oh, no. His career's over?
Yeah, apparently he suffered a pretty gruesome thumb injury.
Oh,
and
boy.
Now his, I don't know what you would call that, his trigger thumb or something like that is gone. Yeah, it's terrible. I guess I didn't see that guy. Imagine all that time that he spent on that and thought that was going to be his career, and now no more video games. There's something fun that's on our KVJ Show Facebook page you can check out that we posted up last night. It shows all the different controllers through the history of video games, and you pick the one that you started on when you first started playing.
Oh, that's cool.
Is yours Atari or Nintendo?
Sadly, mine's a joystick.
Damn, you old! Joystick.
I know, right? So bad. There's a woman in Arkansas that says she was fired from her job at Taco Bell after they learned about her work in the past in the porn industry.
You can't have a porn past and sling tacos?
Why does Taco Bell care what you did?
Yeah, that seems a little ridiculous.
A little judgmental. Yeah, I don't care. My nacho supremes, that tastes just fine.
Building burritos is not a top-level executive job.
Wow, what are we doing?
You don't get to flex, Taco Bell.
No, again, Taco Bell, I'm not understanding some of the things you're doing.
Don't agree with a lot of the management
last
decisions,
year.
huh? Yeah.
Last year, I don't know what you're doing.
Questionable management decisions.
I'd love to have an interview with you.
Your past is your past. Obviously, you've taken a pay cut, and you're willing to do it because you want to put your life together, and now you get pooped on by Taco Bell?
Yeah.
It just ain't right.
It's not right at all.
It's kind of a smart play here. There's a car theft suspect in California who was running from the cops on Saturday morning. So to try to get away, he breaks into a stranger's apartment.
Oh, my.
And then said, "What can I do to not get caught? Why don't I pretend like I actually live here?" So he shaved, changed his clothes, and even cooked some tortillas before the cops found him and arrested him. But when they came in, he's like, "Hey, what are you guys busting into my place for?" And they're like, "You're the guy we were chasing after." He's like, "No, that guy had a beard. I'm clean shaven." They're like, "How'd you know he had a beard?" "Oh!"
At least he went back to the clink with a full belly.
He was making tortillas.
What a plan.
Assimilate.
I don't hate the plan. I don't think it's that bad.
I don't hate the plan either.
You can defend it to a certain extent. And finally, a woman in Nashville, if you believe her TikTok, revealed how on Christmas she got a present from her father, and it was one of those DNA tests.
Yes, that tell you your ancestry and who your mama and daddy is.
Now, because of her surname and her red hair, she's always defined herself as Irish, but as she did the results, it came back that she was Norwegian, British, and German. And what's more, a paternal DNA match was not for her real father.
Oh,
or at least
no.
who she thought was her real father. Her father then recognized the name of the man that said was her DNA provider. And apparently her real biological father is an old family friend who the woman on TikTok is claiming is a billionaire. That's like winning the lottery, isn't it?
And does he have any idea that he is the real father?
I hope we get a follow-up TikTok.
Oh, what's her mother say?
That's going to be another exciting TikTok as well, Virginia. It's an ongoing saga.
They suck me in with that TikTok, and I always do it. I gotta go look at part 2, part 3, part 4.
Yeah, that's what she's doing. She's building a story there, and apparently her family is in shock and beside themselves.
I love it.
Okay. Coming up, we got some random questions we're going to hit you with here on the KVJ Show. Like, what fictional character do you think you could actually become best friends with in real life? They got to be a fictional character.
I love it. I
So
already
nothing
got my
from a
answer.
reality show. Not that they're real. But a fictional character. We'll get to your thoughts and more random questions on the way next here at the KVJ Show. Okay, got some random questions here for you. First one. What fictional character do you think you could become best friends with in real life?
SpongeBob SquarePants. I mean, I love him. He's got the heart of just a sweetheart. He's just a doll.
He is sweet, but he gets in a lot of goofy capers, Virginia.
I know, but he kind of reminds me of Jay Bird.
Okay.
So I walked into an insult. Is that what this is?
It smells like it.
Yeah,
It's kind of insulty. It's like you're basically the human equivalent of SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yeah, no, nothing insulting about that at all, Kevin.
And oddly enough, he's wearing a pineapple headband.
You are. Oh my gosh.
Doesn't he live in a pineapple?
He does.
Okay, well then there you go. I guess the shoe fits.
Argue with me.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, what fictional character do you think you could become best friends with in real life?
I feel like I could be really good friends with Happy Gilmore.
Oh,
The Adam Sandler golf character. He seems like he's fun. I don't feel like he judges people. I think he just has a good time.
Sandler has a lot of that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Yoda. I thought about Yoda, but then I'm going, Yoda likes to play mind games sometimes. I'm not about mind games.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm smart enough to hang out with Yoda.
Well, I'm thinking about going over to his house. He's got really low hanging ceilings and it's in a swamp and it doesn't look like he cooks great food.
He definitely doesn't have a microwave.
Yeah. He's not going to have the kind of snacks you like.
Sorry, Yoda. I'm just dumping your ass right now.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with Michael Bluth in Arrested Development.
He's good, yeah.
I think we'd be able to just hang out. And same kind of temperament.
That's Jason Bateman, right?
Yeah, Jason Bateman's character.
You guys have a lot in common.
Right.
It's funny.
I think that we would really work out together.
That's a good character. That's kind of you. You're
It's
right.
kind of me, yeah. I think that would be a good fit. Okay, what is the most illegal thing you have ever done? Okay. Like, if you got caught when you were doing it, you would receive the strongest sentence. What would that happen to be?
Oh, yeah. There was that.
Maybe some reckless driving, maybe a little theft.
I don't
know if I
Probably
should
have a lot of that.
It's still under 10 years.
I don't care. Mine's well over 10 years. I crashed somebody's car when I was underage.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the person whose car I crashed, it wasn't even his car. It was his mom's car. He didn't even realize I had crashed it because after I crashed it, there was a giant cover up.
Oh, really?
And he drove it for 2 more days before he realized it was wrecked because I wrecked it on the passenger side when he wasn't with me and I was underage, wasn't supposed to be driving.
How did it play out? Did you finally get the blame?
No, he finally discovered it and then he kind of put it together and he was really mad at me and I was like, I'm sorry. And he's like, great. When my mom gets back, I'm going to be in so much trouble. His mom was on a Hawaiian vacation for like a month. His mom was in Hawaii for a month.
Okay.
Because she was sending us like all these care packages and I was just hanging out with him and eating all his macadamia nuts. It was awesome.
Wow. Okay. All right.
That's probably the worst.
Okay. That you think you get the most time for?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I wrecked the car. I was underage.
Did you have permission to drive? Because, I mean, would that
No.
be fall under grand theft?
I did not.
Yeah. Okay. That could probably get you some good time if you had gotten busted for that. Mine probably has to do with in my clubbing use, sampling the devil's dandruff back in the day when I had frosted tips, but that wasn't my fault. That was the hair dye.
The hair dye made you do it.
Yeah, it was. I got so caught up in it, I thought I was in a boy band.
So what did you do?
Devil's dandruff.
Devil's dandruff.
You know
You know what that
you're fine.
is?
That's not that bad.
Booger sugar.
That's okay. The cane.
Cocaine, yeah.
Wow.
I sampled it. Yeah.
Oh, Kevin.
That's
There.
not that bad.
I'd love to.
Yeah.
I would love to see what you're like on cocaine.
Actually, very calm. Really enough. Oddly enough.
He defies the power
I
of
do. I do.
cocaine.
That's why I'm like going, why am I doing this stuff? It doesn't do anything for me.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Yeah. Very calm. You know what? It would sober you up. That'd be the thing. So you could drink more. But I don't think anybody could ever tell. I wasn't like a madman or anything like that. That was all it did for me. So it was wasted.
Wow.
So I think people stop giving it to me. Be like, it's no good for you. All right, what about this one? What one question would you want God to give you the full answer to right now? What one question?
What happens when you die? Obviously.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah, I want to know what this is all about.
Yeah.
What? Not only if we die or not, but what is all of this? There's so much weirdness. Everything's so specific. Animals have such great detail. Was this a thought out plan? What was behind the thinking of this?
Yeah.
I'd love to do an interview with God.
Are we just an ant farm?
Yes. Are we just a video game? When we die, is it just game over?
Yeah, I think mine kind of verges on that. Mine specifies, though, with hell. Where is that really a place, and why would you send anybody there if you love
I don't
them?
think it is.
You don't?
I really don't think hell is real. When I was little, raised Catholic, the fear of hell was definitely put into you. I just, as an adult, I don't think hell is real.
You have not been to New Jersey lately. Just kidding, Jersey. I'm just kidding.
Kind of.
I would like a more definitive answer than somebody other than Virginia, though, just because I think that could greatly impact how you live your life.
Yeah, do not listen to Virginia.
Yeah, Virginia says there's no hell.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a hell. I just don't.
There's no hell. Here, take some more burger sugar. Let's go to the club.
Get back on that cane.
That dandruff, what do you call it? The
Devil's dandruff.
Devil's dandruff.
Not very appealing sounding.
No, it's not. Don't do it, kids. No benefits in it. Okay, and last random question here. You can squat in any business establishment you want for 3 months.
Oh.
Where do you go?
Ooh.
Now,
I mean, I'm going to the Breakers.
okay.
For you, that's a good one because you'll have
It's a
full reign
business
of everything.
establishment.
I have everything at my feet I could possibly need. Fine dining, the ocean, beautiful amenities, the
got a golf
pools,
course.
the golf course,
Tennis.
the recreation bird. I mean, everything
Yeah.
you need.
Arcade.
Oh, it's so nice.
I think I'm going with Publix.
Yeah?
Think about it. You'll never go hungry. You can make your own. You can invent your own kind of subs. They'll always restock it. I'm sorry. They got a fountain drink there. Publix all day long.
But what are you doing in the times that you're actually not eating?
There are none.
Eating.
Just eat.
Just creating.
Thinking about what he's going to eat next.
Yeah, just bring the guitar in there, eat, and just sing. I almost swore I got that excited. I'm locking my answer in.
Oh, you're locking it in.
Locking it with
You
confidence.
can't talk him
Locking
out
it
of
in.
it.
Locking it in. Okay, you can squat in any business establishment you want for 3 months. I might go Universal Studios.
Oh, good one.
That's
You
a
got-
good one, too.
Got a lot of stuff going on. You got that whole, I like that little city walk that they got there. Plenty of bars and things to check out.
That's good.
activities. Yeah.
Maybe I didn't think it through.
Yeah, Publix, I mean, it's fun, but after about one day.
No way. No.
'Cause this is 3 months you're in there.
My excitement would not wane on one day. I would be very excited.
3 months.
It's all about when 11p rolls around. When everyone goes home, Publix is going to turn into a party. Oh my God.
Are you allowed to have people over?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, a
could do
Publix party? Subs? It's Kevin's chicken wings?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, those baked Mardi Gras wings.
Oh, yeah. That's what I got on Friday. They're fantastic. Mm-hmm. Okay, and last random question here. I lied. One more. What is the random thing you're cheap about? What is the random thing that you are cheap about?
Gas.
Yeah.
I will look at the prices of gas, and if it's like a 5-cent difference, I'd be like, oh, there's no way I'm going over there. It's a nickel.
I think ours in the family is, I've seen before where we will wash out Ziploc bags and then hang them upside down and dry them out. I'm like, how much are these things? We really got to like reuse Ziploc bags?
I'm cheap with driving on the road, tolls. And it's more of a principle. You're not
You refuse to pay to drive on a road.
It's just, to me, you're driving on a road.
What do you do when you go to Orlando?
I don't ever drive to Orlando.
Never.
I mean, I have in my past, but I mean, every Orlando trip I've gone has been a road trip where I'm the passenger.
Gotcha.
He goes up 95 to Titusville and then cuts all the way across.
I mean,
It's a 6-hour trip.
6 hours.
But he saved himself $6.
Showed you, Turnpike.
my job isn't to drive; it's to definitely
Drink.
snacks and to drink.
There you go.
Snack guy.
Okay. Any answers you want to throw into the random questions? 877-979-WRMF. I mean, the KVJ TV chat room said that Jason Derulo actually performed in my grad bash at Universal. That'd be where I'd be spending my time. 3 months right there.
That's cool.
That is kind of neat, yeah. I bet he was probably playing a lot of gigs like that when he was coming up through the ranks in Miramar.
I think everybody does.
Yeah.
You know, you got to play the birthdays, the bat mitzvahs.
The grad bashes.
Grad bashes, yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of a cool thing. Look at him now. Big old TikTok star.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. We had some random questions and some additional thoughts that people have sent us. As far as like what celebrity or at least what fictional character you think that you could become best friends with. Somebody said Tony Stark, Iron Man. I bet he's a lot of fun, and he's got a lot of resources.
But I feel like he's going to get sick of you. He's not going to want to hang out and just chill. He's too busy.
He's kind of a loner, and yeah.
He's that much better than you, too.
Yeah, I want to stay kind of, I feel like, again, Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore, I feel like he's not going to judge me.
I want to stay in the same, I think because I would be so less intelligent than Tony Stark, he would just be very frustrated with my stupidity.
He's not going to hang around that long.
No.
Also, somebody said I could be friends with Beth Dutton from Yellowstone. She's ruthless, intelligent, unforgiving, and loyal, and a scotch drinker. Yes, please. Okay. There's a lot of good thoughts there. Also, the one about the question you'd ask for God and would there be a hell? Somebody said, we are eternal beings is my belief. And God definitely thought this out. Well, that's good. Designed each of us with a purpose and the mind. And basically, if you read through the Bible and ponder what you were hearing, the Holy Spirit begins to lead your thoughts.
I mean, I believe that there's design, and I believe that there's a hired being. But I do have guilt sometimes where sometimes I have doubts. What if this is just it? I don't like to feel that way. I don't like those thoughts, but they do creep in there. But for the most of the time, I feel like there's something going on. There's so much design.
We feel more secure when we have certainty. And with anything that has to do with way out there, it requires some kind of belief, or you're guessing, or you don't know.
Yeah, and every now and then you go, what if I'm wrong?
Yeah. Somebody said where I would spend 3 months, the mall, baby. There's an additional thought there. If you go into any business establishment.
I feel like no one talks about the mall anymore.
My kid loves the mall. I think teenagers still love the mall.
Okay, that's
good. You're aged out of the mall.
For like 20 years now.
If you go to the mall, it's creepy.
If I go to the mall, I'm there for one reason. Food court.
All right, well, there you go. Well, thanks for your thoughts on that. You can always get a hold of us. If you didn't get through, you can also email us, too. We deal with stuff on the After the Show podcast. You can watch live on our Facebook and YouTube platforms. Coming up, I believe we are going to find out who it is that won today's KVJ Draft TV shows from the 2000s. You can go onto our Facebook page right now and cast your last-minute votes. And we'll also be playing the Song Association game coming up.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Okay, you guys ready for a quick round of the Song Association game?
I need it.
Okay. I'm going to see if you guys can survive through 3 rounds here. Virginia, Jaybird, and Denny's. Now, I am going to say a word, and within 3 seconds, you must sing a part to a popular song that contains the word I gave you, or you get eliminated. Okay. 3 is your goal. You got to survive 3 rounds today.
Oh, okay. You know what? Let's all get a perfect score.
I'll try.
Okay. Virginia, your word is nose.
Nobody knows the trouble I've seen.
At the buzzer.
I mean, it was on the buzzer.
Nobody knows my sorrow.
I love this game so much. I hate when we lose because it gets over quicker. I say give it to her.
Okay, Suits is in there nodding. He's the official judge on
Thank
this.
you, Suits.
Okay. Jaybird, your word is miss. M-I-S-S.
I miss you by Climax 1980s.
Yep, very nice. Okay, good. Denny's, your word is cold.
Cold. Darn.
You're as cold as ice.
Oh, that's a good one.
Willing to sacrifice my love.
Maybe it's cold outside.
You're a cold-hearted snake. Look into
his
his eyes.
eyes.
What?
It's a lot of cold, right?
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Kevin's just rubbing it in.
Yeah.
I am.
Damn, Denny's.
Okay, Denny's is out in round 1.
Did he get out on purpose because he has work to do?
Yeah, he didn't want to play.
I'm starting to think so. I think Denny's
He didn't wanna
threw
play.
it.
He's like, oh, well.
It's like, oh, darn.
See you guys.
Gotta go work.
He just hates his game.
He's got
He
a
don't wanna
pile
sing.
of work.
Yeah.
He does have a pile of work.
So forget this. Okay, it's between Virginia and Bird now. Head-to-head battle. Song association game. Got 3 seconds to give me a popular song here.
Just the way I like it.
Virginia, your word is girl.
Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 I love you.
Yeah.
That was my first concert.
Is that Milli Vanilli?
Milli Vanilli.
Was it? That's
Yes,
awesome.
It's amazing.
Did the CD skip?
I can't remember. It was a whole group. Like it was Milli Vanilli and like 5 other artists. It was my
Okay.
first concert I got to pick.
Okay. All right. Jaybird, your word to stay alive here, or else Virginia gets the win in the song association game, is houses.
Our houses are a very, very, very fine houses. That's not it. It's a house. Damn! Houses!
Little pink houses for you and me.
For you and me!
Yeah. Virginia.
Dang.
Look at you.
Shock the world.
It hurts. It hurts so
Away
good.
with a win. Wow.
Hurts so good.
Oh, yeah. John Mellencamp, we keep doing that all day.
We don't do enough singing on the show anymore, Kev. I thought we got to sing more.
I'm trying to do more. What do you want to do?
I know.
We just did a singing bit.
I know. I was saying we got to sing more.
You want more singing?
Round 2.
Denny's was out the first round, and I got out the
You
second
didn't get
round.
enough in. Yeah, we can sing later on today. We still have an After the Show podcast going to be coming up here. And we also have last call on getting in your votes for the KVJ draft. We did TV shows from the 2000s. So we drafted together a team of 3. Denny's got The Office, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and Family Guy. My team is Breaking Bad, Arrested Development, and Chappelle's Show. Suits got The Sopranos, South Park, and 24. Virginia's grouping of shows is Sex and the City, Grey's Anatomy, and The Real World.
Sorry, I like my list.
Bird went with Parks and Recreation, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Big Brother.
Also known as Last Place.
Okay.
Aw.
There's no way it wins.
You basically had only 3 shows from the 2000s. Who do you think picked out the best team? Well, it was really amazing just learning a little bit more about the standout star from yesterday. 22-year-old Amanda Gorman became the youngest inaugural poet in U.S. history. Her poem, The Hill That We Climb, was inspired by the Capitol riots that had happened earlier this month. And I found it refreshing and inspiring because to me, it addressed the division that we've had in this country. But then it also talked about the progress and the process that democracy has to provide and that we still need to accomplish. And I walked away from that saying, okay, I feel a little bit more patriotic and I feel great after hearing what she did. And if you've not taken a chance to either listen to The Hill We Climb or read it, to me, it was something that was really inspiring. And it was kind of a nice reset and a palate cleanser to say, okay, we are in a tough process here in America. Here's just a little bit of how she opened up with The Hill We Climb.
When day comes, we ask ourselves, where can we find light in this never-ending shade? The loss we carry, a sea we must wade. We've braved the belly of the beast. We've learned that quiet isn't always peace. In the norms and notions of what just isn't always just is. And yet the dawn is hours before we knew it. Somehow we do it. Somehow we've weathered and witnessed a nation that isn't broken, but simply unfinished. We, the successors of a country and a time where a skinny black girl descended from slaves and raised by a single mother can dream of becoming president, only to find herself reciting for one.
That was pretty cool. And I didn't realize this. Somebody had left a comment that back in high school, my daughters actually went to high school with Amanda.
Oh.
And when she was in high school, she struggled with a speech impediment.
Wow.
But it did not stop her from delivering amazing poems at school events. She would fight through it and get up there in the most nerve-wracking of situations to deliver her poetry. She radiated brilliance, and everybody loved her and predicted that one day she might become president. And another comment that somebody said, apparently she was on with Anderson Cooper, and she said that before she would do any public appearance, she would say to herself, I close my eyes and I would say, I am the daughter of black writers. We are descended from freedom fighters who broke their chains and changed the world. They call me.
Aww.
And so she would call on that inspiration to get up there. And can you only imagine how nerve-wracking that would be?
Good for her, though. She looked so in her element.
Yeah.
Good for her.
It was nice. It was amazing and definitely inspiring stuff. So really cool. If you've not checked that out, it is an amazing poem. And like I said, to me, it was a nice reset and made me feel like doing a USA chant. The Hill We Climb is the one that you're looking at from 22-year-old Amanda Gorman. Keep your eyes out for her. Earlier on the show, too, we were talking about family programming because I remembered as a kid, we used to sit around the TV on a Friday and Saturday night as a family. We watched some kind of family programming. We didn't have a lot of options. And now, with all the options that you have to watch, and you're right, Virginia, that they've dialed in so specifically that it's almost fragmented the family, because I do find that my son and I can find things, he's almost 13, that we like to watch together, but my wife has no interest in those programs. When we find one that she has interest in, then neither he or I are that much into it. It's kind of a challenge to find that. And so I was like, wow, there's probably a lot of things where, does anybody do this anymore? Does a family still really get around the TV and watch a TV program together? Probably to some extent, and maybe family movies are the closest thing we have. Watching a Frozen or something like that, because I do notice they try to make a lot of those, like the Minions, funny, that the adults like them.
Yes, the Minions do a great job.
And I do thank them for that. Do you still get around the dinner table with your family and have nighttime dinner?
Occasionally we do, but like last night, Mags was at her dad's house. Panda got home late from work. So yeah, everybody got fed at a different time.
Mm-hmm.
But ideally, I love it when we do.
Yeah, it's something that my family, we don't ever do at home. The only time that we have a family dinner is if we're out.
Okay.
We didn't do a lot of that either. We kind of all ate at different times, and would go out to a restaurant is when we sat down as a family a lot of times.
Okay. Do you know, does anybody still get their newspaper delivered?
My
that is
neighbors.
Under the age of 70.
Well, never mind.
I you know what? That reminds me. I think I still have one for Aunt Ann. I gotta probably cancel.
You gotta cancel that.
Yes.
It's been a while.
I'm putting it on the list.
You have a list?
I do.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I do.
Okay.
I'll email you my list later.
I would really love to see your list,
I know
actually.
you would.
How old are some of the items on the list?
We're talking from
the 90s?
From her back at her old station. I still got things I got to do.
Added to my list in high school. I was a sophomore. Yeah, there's just a lot of things that I wonder. Does anybody still get their shoes shined? Is that something that happens? They do that in airports a lot.
So the weird thing is I didn't know. I thought shoe shining was this outdated thing and no one does it. And my nice shoes got all scuffed up and my dad shined them for me. They look brand new. I didn't know it worked that good.
Yeah. Nobody here wears dress shoes.
I had no idea. It made my old, they were really in rough shape. And my dad, Randy, just crushed it. I wore them cocktails and karaoke a couple nights.
Oh,
okay.
Look at you.
I'm just kind of curious. People still doing that stuff. All right, I'm getting the first look at the final votes that we have for the KVJ draft.
I think I know who's going to come up the rear, and I think I know who's going to be leading.
Yeah? Okay.
You know first and worst?
I know first and worst.
Call it.
Denny's is going to be first. I'm going to be worst this week.
Dang.
Okay. Is Jaybird right? There is a few surprises in here. We'll get to the results of the earlier KVJ draft coming up.
This is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
We're talking about, does anybody do any of these things anymore? The family night around the TV, family dinners, those kind of things, get a newspaper delivered. It sounds like we've got the trifecta here. Somebody texted in and said, yeah, we do the family dinner every night during the week. The kids are 12 and 16. The New York Times delivered daily. Still watch family TV shows too. Survivor, The Amazing Race is great. Just started Ted Danson's new show, Mr. Mayor. The Good Place was good for the kids too. And The Neighborhood with Cedric the Entertainer is very good. So sounds like they are doing it right. We're not. We are definitely, I think a lot of families have got that, there's kind of a sliding scale. Like they are setting the bar high. I think most families have a certain level of dysfunction. Just what level are you at? That is the question. We're not the best. I don't think we're the worst. We're not shameless.
We're in the middle.
That's how you should live in the middle. Middle's a good place to be.
Not the best, not the worst. So when it comes to today's KVJ draft, who's the best and who is the worst? Jay Bird, you said that Denny's is going to win and you're going to be worst.
That's how I feel.
Okay. Here's what we had. The layout, again, real quick. If you missed it earlier, the TV shows from the 90s was the topic for the draft. You get to pick 3 TV shows. Denny's got The Office. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia and Family Guy. I had Breaking Bad, Arrested Development, and Chappelle's Show. Suits had The Sopranos, South Park, and 24. Virginia with Sex and the City, Grey's Anatomy, and The Real World. And Bird had Parks and Recreation, Curb Your Enthusiasm, and Big Brother. Okay. And was Jay Bird right? Bringing up the rear is Jay Bird.
Dang, you were right.
I know.
You got 4 votes.
4?
4, yeah.
And 2 of them were for your family.
I don't think they would vote for me. I would say I'm actually kind of happy because the last one I think I had 3.
Okay, so you're improving.
Improving.
Okay, it's good. Suits, who typically wins, did not. He was next to last.
Wow.
Yeah, he had 1 stinker in there.
Was it 24?
Yep. And 24 is a great show, but there's so many great shows, and it's so past its time.
Yeah, okay. Now, the top 3. Finishing in 3rd place was me.
Oh.
I got 3rd place.
Fascinating.
I wonder which one cost me. All of them have their passionate fan bases, but maybe Arrested Development.
It did.
Yeah. Could have caught me.
So it's between me and Big D?
It is.
Wow.
You're going to get 2nd. Big D's going to get 1st.
Yeah, Big D's a runaway winner.
I knew it.
Wow.
Well, he had The Office.
Yeah. I think The Office was big. I was wondering with It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. No knock on the show. It just doesn't seem like it has the massive fan base.
And what was the other one he had?
Family Guy.
Yeah, Family Guy's. He had 2
Yeah.
huge franchises in there.
I think Virginia was real solid because I do know the women in my family, my wife and my daughter. At least Grey's Anatomy is a massive show. In fact, my daughter's gone through that a couple times.
My daughter, too. Magnolia loves it.
Yeah.
Just has watched it multiple times. I can't get over it.
Look, it doesn't take a genius to realize where she lost the tournament.
The Real World.
Real World lost her the tournament.
Yeah, I think she was Sex and the City was strong too.
I played with my heart, and you didn't even understand the game.
I didn't even know you had a heart.
Yeah. All right. A lot of confusion, a lot of questions. We've got an After the Show podcast that we do right after we finish this regular show. You can stream it and watch live if you still are in the groove. We're going to take it over to YouTube and Facebook, and that video will actually live on. So you can watch it later if you can't get it live. And as far as podcasts go, there's a gazillion different podcast apps you can get, but I would recommend going to the 97.9 WRMF station app that we have, because not only can you stream us live, get our podcast, the regular show, and the After the Show podcast, but we give you reward points. The longer you listen, you can win some really cool stuff that we are going to be giving away, and we've been having discussions about what some of those cool little prizes are going to be. So,
it's like frequent flyer miles.
Yeah.
It tracks how many hours you listen for, and then gives you points and credit. You don't have to do anything. It just tallies it for you.
Yeah.
And then you can use those points to sign up for cool stuff.
Yeah, you just start winning stuff, which is really what's awesome. And just for if you listen anyway, why not listen on the 97.9 WRMF app? And download it for free. It costs you nothing other than the time you're already going to give us.
Oh, man, I want to win a Virginia pillow.
We don't have those yet.
Damn it!
I know you got a Chewy pillow. Would you put a Virginia pillow right next to the Chewy one?
No, probably not.
Okay.
But
No? Well, that's too bad.
I found out those Chewy pillows came from Sarah from Twitter. She's the one that got them for me.
That was so sweet of her.
And they made the Chewy video. I know.
That is nice.
Very nice. I love it. All the gifts people have gotten me for Chewy. I mean, I'm so overwhelmed and so thankful, and I'm trying to reach out to as many people as I can. Then in the next couple days, I'm trying to fix all that.
And you do have that Chewy tribute video that is up on our YouTube channel. Lots of different videos. You can go on there, make sure you subscribe, and you'll see a ton of stuff. We're always putting videos up there.
Beautiful.
All right, Jay Bird, continue the beauty with your thought for the day.
Okay. Being deeply loved by someone gives you strength, while loving someone deeply gives you courage. Oh,
okay.
Pretty good, Bird.
The best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today, and you're home for the KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.